Hello everyone. If you have completed your B.Sc in biotechnology and are exploring career options, the pharmaceutical industry is often the first destination that comes to mind to most students. Pharma companies in India hire the largest number of biotech graduates and offer roles where your scientific knowledge is applied directly. These roles span drug development, quality assurance, safety monitoring, regulatory compliance, and data driven functions. For many graduates, this becomes the first space where academic learning intersects and real world operations, providing hands on exposure to processes, standards, and professional workflows. But the questions on every graduate's mind are: which companies hire B.Sc biotechnology graduates? What roles can you step into right away? What skills do you need to develop? And what kind of salary and career progressions can you realistically expect? In this video, we'll focus exclusively on pharma company jobs, covering the types of roles you can step into, skills you will need to develop beyond your degree, expected salaries, potential career progressions. By the end, you will have a clear picture on how to enter the industry and grow into specialized or leadership roles. While we start with pharma companies, another sector you shouldn't overlook is contract research organizations, or we call it CROs as well. This is a rapidly growing industry, offering excellent learning and career growth for biotech graduates. Many students aren't fully aware of these opportunities. But if you want to explore them, we have made a dedicated video on CRO job opportunities. You will find the link in the description. Now, with that in mind, let's dive into the pharma companies first. What makes biotech graduates essential for pharma? Pharma and healthcare companies value B.Sc biotechnology graduates because your degree gives you a foundation that is directly relevant to the real world operations. You understand cells, microbes, and how biological systems respond under different conditions. Knowledge that is critical when developing, testing, or monitoring medicines. You know how to follow standard procedures and protocols, ensuring consistency and compliance in highly regulated environments. You're comfortable handling data, recording experiments, analyzing results, and maintaining accuracy across multiple processes. And perhaps most importantly, you have been trained for precision and attention to detail, skills that directly translates into safe, reliable, and reproducible outcomes in drug development, quality control, and clinical operations. In short, your biological knowledge combined with process discipline and analytical ability makes you a natural fit for entry level roles in pharma companies. Pharma industry in India. India has one of the largest pharmaceutical industries in the world. It is among the top global producers of medicines by volume and supplies drugs over 200 countries, including your US, Europe, and emerging markets. India's pharmaceutical companies are widely known for generic medicines, supplying affordable drugs to both domestic and global markets, vaccine manufacturing, including large scale production for global immunization programs, bulk drugs, and active pharmaceutical ingredients, also known as APIs, that support pharma manufacturing worldwide. These strengths are what make India a critical player in the global pharma supply chain and create sustained demand for skilled life science professionals. Pharma companies in India are spread across major hubs such as Hyderabad, Mumbai, Bangalore, Ahmedabad, Pune, and Indore. These cities host a mix of manufacturing units, quality and regulatory teams, R&D, and corporate offices, providing diverse opportunities for biotechnology graduates. In addition to these locations, like Baddi, Baroda, and Indore have developed into important pharma clusters, especially for manufacturing and compliance related roles. Now let us look at the careers in pharmaceutical companies for B.Sc biotechnology graduates. Pharmaceutical companies offer B.Sc biotechnology graduates a range of entry level roles, each with distinct responsibilities learning opportunities, and career trajectories. In this section, we'll walk you through these roles in detail. What a typical day looks like, the skills you will need to develop beyond your degree, expected entry level salaries, and how can you progress into senior or specialized position over a period of time. A drug safety associate is a specialized role focused on monitoring the safety of medicines throughout clinical trials and post approvals. In this role, you track adverse events, organize and interpret patient safety data, and ensure accurate reporting to regulatory authorities, helping safeguard patient health and support compliance. Entry level salaries typically range from 3.5 to 6.5 LPA, reflecting the high responsibility and specialization involved. Because this role directly impacts patient safety and regulatory compliance, employers often prioritize candidates with medical or pharmacy backgrounds. However, B.Sc biotechnology graduates can also succeed here, provided they build focused pharmacovigilance skills and gain a clear understanding of safety workflows. As you gain experience, career progression can lead to a senior drug safety associate, safety scientist, pharmacovigilance lead, and eventually drug safety manager, a role where you oversee safety programs and regulatory compliance across products. Beyond your B.Sc foundation, success in this role requires upskilling in pharmacovigilance concepts, global safety guidelines, ICH, FDA, EMA, medical terminology, structured safety databases, and hands on experience with safety reporting systems. This role is ideal for graduates who are detail oriented, comfortable working in clinical and regulatory data, and committed to building a long term career in patient safety and regulatory focused clinical research. Let us look at quality control analyst role. Quality is the backbone of pharmaceutical industry, and biotech graduates are naturally suited for quality control roles. As a QC analyst in a pharmaceutical company, you will be working directly on drug formulations, bulk drugs, or APIs, testing both raw materials and finished products, validating production processes, and ensuring every batch meets the stringent quality and regulatory standards before it is released to the market. Entry level salaries usually range from 2.6 to 3.8 LPA. With experience, you can grow into positions like senior QC analyst, QC manager, eventually to head of QC or QA. To be effective in this role, beyond your B.Sc knowledge, you will need to develop expertise in good laboratory practices, also known as GLP, good manufacturing practices, GMP, analytical techniques, and handling instruments such as HPLC and UV spectrophotometers. Strong documentation practices and attention to detail are also critical. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy hands on lab work, precision, and ensuring products are safe and consistent, while also providing a strong foundation for moving into higher operational or managerial roles in pharma. Now, we look at production or process associate. Production is at heart of pharma companies, and biotech graduates are well suited for this role that involves hands-on manufacturing and process control. As a production or process associate, you will work on batch production, monitor manufacturing operations, ensure compliances with SOPs and GMP standards, and troubleshoot day-to-day operational challenges. Entry level salaries typically range from 2.4 to 3.6 lakhs per annum. With experience, you will progress into senior product executive, production supervisor, production manager, and eventually operations manager, overseeing large teams and production units. To excel beyond your B.Sc knowledge, you will need to develop a strong understanding of GMP, batch documentation, process optimization, manufacturing workflows, and troubleshooting techniques. Familiarity with production equipment, process monitoring tools, and quality checks is also valuable. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy application of science in shop floor, handling real life production systems, and building operational expertise, all of which provide a solid foundation for leadership positions in pharma manufacturing. Laboratory or analytical assistant. Analytical work is the backbone of pharmaceutical quality and research, and biotech graduates are naturally suited for this role. That involves hands on laboratory analysis and testing. As a laboratory or analytical assistant, you will work on testing raw materials, in process samples, and finished products, performing analytical experiments, following SOPs, and generating accurate lab reports. Entry level salaries usually range from 2.2 to 3.4 LPA. With experience, you grow into positions like senior lab executive, lab supervisor, lab manager, and eventually head of R&D or analytical departments, overseeing analytical teams and contributing to process optimization or product development. Beyond your B.Sc knowledge, success in this role requires proficiency in analytical techniques such as chromatography and spectroscopy, strict adherence to SOPs, sample handling expertise, basic instrumentation skills, and strong documentation practices. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy precision laboratory work, analyzing data, and ensuring reliability of scientific results. It also provides a strong foundation moving into higher R&D, quality assurance, or technical leadership roles within pharma. Regulatory affairs executive is another role we are going to look into. Regulatory affairs is the bridge between pharmaceutical science and global compliance, and biotech graduates can enter this field with the right training. As a regulatory affairs executive, you will ensure that drugs meet national and international regulatory standards, prepare documentation for submissions, and help navigate approvals from agencies such as FDA, EMA, and CDSCO. Entry level salaries usually range from 3.6 to 4.8 LPA. Career progression can lead you to senior RA executive, regulatory affairs manager, and eventually head of regulatory affairs or regulatory director. Usually, they oversee compliance strategy for multiple products and markets. Beyond your B.Sc knowledge, you will need to understand global regulatory guidelines, develop expertise in dossier preparations, submissions, audit compliance, and stay updated on changing laws and standards. Strong communication and documentation skills are critical for interfacing with regulators and internal teams. This role is ideal for graduates who are detailed oriented, enjoy structured processes, and want to play a key role in bridging safe and compliant medicines to patients. It also opens pathways to strategic roles in global product launches, regulatory strategy, and cross-functional project leadership. Now let us look at scientific communication or medical affairs associate. If you enjoyed translating scientific information into clear, actionable insights, a role in medical affairs or scientific communication could be a great fit. As a medical affairs or scientific communication associate, you will support medical teams, document clinical evidence, prepare scientific reports, and help communicating drug data to internal teams, healthcare professionals, or regulatory bodies. Entry-level salaries typically range from 3.3 to 4.6 LPA. Career progression can lead you to senior medical writer, medical affairs manager, and eventually head of medical affairs, overseeing scientific communication, strategies, and evidence generation for multiple products. Beyond your B.Sc foundation, you will need to develop knowledge in pharmacology, clinical data interpretation, medical writing, regulatory documentation, and effective scientific communication. Clear writing, analytical thinking, and the ability to synthesize complex clinical information are essential here. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy working at the intersection of science, communication, and strategy. It also provides exposure to cross functional teams, product planning, and advisory roles, making it a pathway towards broader scientific leadership in pharma. Now, let us look at pharma data and evidence support. If you enjoy working in data to uncover insights that drive decisions in the role of pharma, data and evidence support could be an excellent fit. In this role, you'll analyze clinical outcomes, track adverse events patterns, support regulatory reporting, and generate evidence that informs medical safety and operational decisions. Entry level salaries typically range from 3 to 4.2 LPA. Career progression can lead you to senior data analyst, data scientist, evidence specialist, and eventually head of data or evidence, overseeing data driven decisions making for multiple products and therapeutic areas. Beyond your B.Sc foundation, you will need to develop skills in Excel, SQL, R, Python, data visualization, biostatistics, and clinical trial processes. Understanding how data is collected, cleaned, interpreted, and communicated to pharma setting is really critical. Strong analytical thinking and attention to detail are essential for credibility in this role. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy combining biology with data driven analysis and want to contribute to evidence based decision making. It also provides exposure to cross functional teams, regulatory processes, and strategic insights, making it a pathway to specialized or leadership roles in data driven pharma operations. Another role is R&D support associate. If you enjoy being at the heart of drug development, supporting experiments, formulations, and process optimization, R&D support associate role could be a strong fit. In this role, you will assist scientists with laboratory experiments, help in formulation or process development, conduct validation studies, and ensure that research workflows follow regulatory and quality standards. Entry level salaries typically range from 2.6 to 3.8 lakhs per annum. Career progression can lead you to senior R&D associate, R&D scientist, R&D manager, and eventually head of R&D, where you can oversee product pipelines, experimental strategies, and team leadership. Beyond your B.Sc knowledge, you will need to develop hands-on expertise in lab techniques, experimental designs, formulation science, good manufacturing practices. Apart from good manufacturing practices, we also need to learn GLP, attention to detail, data interpretation, and the ability to document and report experiments accurately are essential skills. This role is ideal for graduates who enjoy practical laboratory work, problem solving, and contributing to the development of new pharmaceutical products. It also provides a pathway to more specialized scientific roles or leadership positions within R&D operations, making it a strong foundation for a long-term career in pharma innovation. Now let us know how to make yourself a strong fit for positions in pharma companies. A B.Sc in biotechnology gives you a strong scientific foundation, but entering pharma requires additional practical skills and understanding of how biology is applied in the real world drug development, safety, and compliance. In this section, we will cover the core skills to become pharma-ready. Focusing on these areas sets you up to enter the industry confidently and grow faster from day one. Pharmacovigilance and safety awareness. In pharma, patient safety is a paramount. To be effective, you need to understand how drugs behave once they reach the patients, monitor adverse events continuously, and interpret safety data. Developing these skills will prepare you for roles in drug safety, pharmacovigilance, clinical monitoring, where your analysis can directly impact patient outcomes. Then quality assurance and regulatory compliance. Pharma operates under strict global standards, building expertise in GMP, GLP, SOP adherence, and regulatory processes ensure that products are safe, effective, and ready for approval. These skills are essential if you want to work in QC, regulatory affairs, production oversight. Clinical and laboratory data analysis. Pharma roles increasingly rely on interpreting complex datasets from clinical trials to lab assays to production metrics. Learning how to validate data, spot patterns, and support evidence driven decisions will make you a valuable contributor across R&D, clinical and quality teams. Drug development process insight. Understanding the end-to-end workflow from R&D and formulation to manufacturing and regulatory submission helps you to see how each function connects. This insight allows you to anticipate challenges, communicate across teams, and contribute meaningfully to drug development lifecycle. Cross-functional communication and reporting. Translating technical results into clear actionable reports is critical. Whether you are sharing lab results, safety findings, or production data, the ability to communicate precisely ensures that decisions are informed and aligned with regulatory and operational needs. Developing these pharma specific skills positions B.Sc Biotechnology graduates to contribute effectively from day one, accelerates career growth, and transition into specialized or leadership roles across R&D, quality, clinical and regulatory functions. For B.Sc Biotechnology graduates, opportunities span across industries from pharma and healthcare to food, environmental, biotech and research. If you are curious about the full spectrum, we have created a detailed video that breaks down the career paths across these industries, the roles you can step into, and what it takes to succeed. The link to the video is provided in the description. Like with most of these job roles, a degree alone isn't enough to stand out when applying for pharma companies. Success comes from developing practical skills, applying your scientific knowledge, and understanding how things work in real-world industry settings. At CliniLaunch, we offer specifically designed for the life science graduates, including B.Sc Biotechnology. Our programs help you build the exact skills pharma companies and other industries are looking for, whether it's drug development, quality, regulatory, safety, or data-driven roles. By combining your biotech foundation with these industry-ready skills, you will not only be prepared to step into a role, but also to grow, specialize, and build a long-term high-impact career in life sciences. Thank you.
Visit us today, www.clinilaunchresearch.in.